I don't quite have a Willoughby moustache, but I'd like one. Hi, welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix original animated movie The Willoughbys. Convinced they'd be better off raising themselves, the Willoughby children hatch a sneaky plan to send their selfish parents on vacation. The siblings then embark on their own high-flying adventure to find the true meaning of family. When I first saw the trailer for this, I thought it was going to be a generic animated film. It would be fun, but something to throw away. And boy, was I wrong. I'd literally just watched a very intense serial killer film, and I needed something light to watch. I thought, I haven't seen this yet, I'll give it a go, and I chucked this on. I got my son to come and watch with me. He's done his schoolwork this morning, which is awesome, and we sat and watched this, and I have to say, we really enjoyed watching this film. This film has so much more than first meets the eye. You know, when you normally say, oh, the film does what it says on the tin, you expect what you're going to get. I expected it to be okay, but I didn't expect it to be great. And for me, this was a really great animated film. Ricky Gervais is the narrator cat for this, and he kind of holds the storyline together. And I thought he was fantastic, but for me there are definitely moments of other characters and actors that outshine certain other characters on screen, because sometimes their dialogue or the way they've portrayed it, the way they've produced it, the way the director has drawn out the best thing they could from these actors is fantastic. Especially like the twins, which is voiced by one character, voiced by one person, and they are often the most fun thing on screen. The way the animated film is built, you end up loving each and every one of the characters, but what makes it work really well is there's always something extra that makes these characters feel more alive. There are little bits of extra things that they've given their characters, a little bit of extra nuance, extra little bit of craziness, or you know, the way they carry on a joke and it keeps repetitioning throughout the film. The twins, for example, have one jumper and they keep swapping it in between each other, which is hilarious, especially if you're watching in the background when they do it. It's not even really part of the main storyline or like what's happening with the protagonist storyline at that moment. There are things that this animation does that even in the background that just makes you feel like, oh, they've really put a lot of work into this animation, and the payoff is really worth it. So there are about 83 animators who animated this film, and I have to say my hat's off to them, because I think they've done a fantastic job. It was really fun and emotional. By the time you get to that fruition, the time the film comes to fruition, I felt like I got so much more than I was expecting. I expected the film to be contained within the house and maybe have one kind of adventure outside. There is this moment where you get another character join them, and you know it's going to go somewhere different, and you expect it to be, oh, this is what's going to happen with this family now, and they're all lived happily ever after. Fortunately, it doesn't, and it does much more, and there's a lot more journey to it. There's a lot more color and adventure involved in this. This is the perfect family viewing film to be watching while we all quarantined at home. I feel like this is going to lift your spirits. The voice acting alone, Terry Crews in this as well. There's so many others as well that I just thought, wow, everybody has done their job really well. It's a really entertaining, well thought out, kind of emotional story. There's the theme of the story is, what is family? What does it mean to be a family? Not everybody has the perfect American family or the 2.0, family. What does family look like to you? And everybody's family is built up of, differences depending on where you hail from in the world. And that's a really beautiful story to say that actually the family is what you make it, who you love. And I thought it was great. It's based on a book, so it has some really great story. I kind of want to go and read the story just to see what the differences are. If you've read the book and watched the film, let me know in the comments below which you thought was better. Often the books are better, but I felt like this animation did a really fantastic job, from scoring, acting, directing. It's all really great. The director himself has directed a few of my favorite animated films, Clouded with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Titan AE, which is one of my all-time favorites. I love the soundtrack to that, love the characters in that. So I felt like when I investigated who was involved in the making of the film, that I was like, yeah, this is why the talent involved, from the book writing to the screen adaptation to the animators to the voice work, they've all done a really fantastic job to give us a really, really fun filled adventure who you care about the characters in the end. So yeah, A plus for me. Loved it. Let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite animation film of recent? I'm really liking the content that Netflix are putting out at the moment with their animated films. Klaus was one that I thought was fantastic. I got nominated for an Oscar. And it's not just a Christmas movie, it's also a very good movie. So let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite animated films from Netflix and elsewhere. I'd love to know. But thanks so much for watching this review. Got loads more coming out this week. But most of all, until next time, remember, live, love, and Tuesday.